Welcome to everyone joining us for this on-the-line call taken from Glen, Kotzen. Good morning, Glen. How are you doing?
Yeah, very good. And yourself, Sheldon?
Yes, all very well this side. How's things going coming forward to the big day?
Yeah, I've run out of ulcer medication, but otherwise fine.
Okay, let's get straight into the action here, and we're going to start off with race number 7. Now, when you look at race number 7, 7.5 million rand at stake. You've got to be gobsmacked at that stake.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's quite it was quite well, it is the inception of this race, and it was based on the Everest, this race, and 3 years ago, you had to buy a box as a starting store. They called them the box for 300,000. We never had the clients to do that, so we opted to buy a couple of horses and try and qualify them. And that's what we did. And then, closer to the race, when the form started working out, we're getting guys that owned the box that never had a horse and wanted to partner up with us. And thank goodness that Sandy and Eugene Arundel, they had the box, we had the horse, and Martin and Gisler did a deal with them, and that's how we got in here. So we're really grateful to them and to the owners that they could strike a deal.
Now let's get straight into King Regent, number 3 on the program. He won his first two races very impressively. Unfortunately, last time things went horribly wrong at the gates. He opened up 20-1 and he's been back down to 4-1. He's got the draw. You must be expecting something special on the day.
Yeah, look, if you heard his first 2 runs, first time out he won was a ton in air. Never got never had the stick on him. In his second start, Moosey said that he was very lucky to have won. He said the horse got him out of all the trouble. He was a wall horse. He was climbing over the gaps were an opening. And then his third start, we said, look, we've got to put him over the mile and test him over the trip. Not that we had any reason to believe he wouldn't get the trip, because we trained the full brother who's won over 2-4. It was just unfortunate. The horse next door to him threw a wobble in the pens, and that upset him. That to reload him, and then as they pulled the pin, somebody shouted, and I presume it was from Team Snaith, because they had 5 in the race. They shouted, "Wait!" And we missed the break, and we were left 6 lengths. He was giving 4 kilos to the winner without question. And just interesting, without question, came around a cracking second in the Politician on Saturday to Rockpool. So the form's been franked. And I think that we don't know how good he is, really. I mean, we know he's pretty smart, and we've been schooling him with Milan. We have put the earmuffs on him, and I can tell you that he's solid in the pens now. He's not worried about noise or anything like that. And if he jumps smartly and Grant rides, gets him cover, I think he's a huge risk because he can quicken up exceptional.
Then let's move on to the feature race, which is race number 9, the Met. And here you have Cousin Casey. He's one of your dream horses in the stable. When you look at Cousin Casey, he was the country's champion 2-year-old colt last season. How is Cousin Casey doing, and what are you expecting on the big day?
Yeah, we've had a great prep. Third run after a break. He won his first start as a 3-year-old. His second start, when all the hype was between Cousin Casey and Charles Dickens, I was glad with the result, because you want to see one of them win and not somebody else sneak in between us. We were touch unlucky that we had traffic problems down the inside, but take nothing away from Charles Dickens. He was next to us. I don't think Grant saw it coming, but he was next to us, and the next thing Elder pulled him out, switched him right to the outside. He got a clear run, and the rest is history. But what was quite interesting with Cousin Casey's last run is that at the 400 he was sitting 10th, and he managed to pass 8 horses, but not really getting in. You didn't see that kick that he usually has, and I think it's because he never ever got into his stride. So we're very excited, especially over more ground, because he's got quite a high cruising speed. And we don't have the best of draws. We haven't fortunate enough to crack a great draw, but at the same time, 14 is not a bad draw either. You're out of trouble of the first part of the race where they all scrummaging for a position, and it might work out in our favour. It's a long straight, and we've been following the weather. The weather says that it's going to be a black southeaster rain in the morning and strong gusts of wind, so it might be in our favour to be sitting further back and covered up from the wind and come with a run, when he starts to unwind. So I can tell you that he's exceptionally well. His gallops have been flawless. To win a Group 1, all your stars have to align, and touch wood, everything has gone perfectly to plan this time round.
You've won at the highest level, so you know exactly what it takes, and this is going to be a horse that's going to run an absolute cracker. And then on the other hand, you've got a certain owner called Ravi Naidoo. How's he doing, and how's he looking forward to the race?
You've never seen somebody so enthusiastic. He is just unbelievable. He's like a little jack in the box. I don't know where he gets the energy from, but Ravi's doing great. I mean, you'll see he's got some merchandise for the punters. He's all about the punters and looking after them and creating these champions. We make champions out of jockeys and trainers or owners, but we don't really make champions out of our heroes, out of our horses, and that's what he's all about. He's absolutely madly in love with Cousin Casey, and I don't see why not. He's such a good-looking lad, and he hasn't put a foot wrong, so we're really, really excited. Ravi will be there handing out the merchandise to all the punters on the day, and he's such a great marketeer. When you see the T-shirt this time around, you'll see why. There's lots to look forward to, and it's a super field of runners. I think there's something like 15 individual Group 1 winners in the race, so it's one of the toughest Mets. I mean, this filly of Brett Crawford is something else to win 5 in a row, 2 Group 1s. What a field. I mean, you got last year's winner in the race. It's just a superb field. It's going to be an amazing race. It's going to be obviously a lot of luck. But I am very, very confident that if the gods are with us and give us the safe passage, they won't beat us.
Well, lovely to hear that the trainer Glen Kotzen's in good spirit. That's always good to know. Cousin Casey and Ravi Naidoo on a lighter note. We need these type of guys in the game. So Ravi Naidoo, we wish you all the best of luck. And one of those T-shirts, I hope we'll be shipping them across, and hopefully from the winner's enclosure. Now, Glen, let's move on to race number 11, where you've got Certainly and Silver Salmon. Tell us how these two individuals are progressing back home.
Yeah, look, certainly she's won 2 starts up the straight, and she won the sales race as well. And then, of course, we try to make her stay, because nobody's ever happy with a sprinter. They want to try and get the mile. So we try to get her to go the mile. But if you just go on her form where she did sprint, she ran 2 lengths off Stratiliac, that's running in the Group 1. She also ran 5 lengths off Ciao Bella, which is a great run, and then she had other strong, but just in those 2 form lines, she gets put right back into the picture of getting herself into the winner's box. We've got Samanga Kamal on. Last time out, she ran in the all ladies race, and she ran a super race up the straight. There's no sticks there. The girls did a fantastic job, and everybody got over the line safely. But I think that she was running on, and the jockey's getting tired more than what the filly was. So it was a super, super prep for this race. So we're delighted, and I think she's going to run a big race.
Well, thanks very much, Glen, to you and the entire team, Ravi Naidoo and the whole team. I know it's a team effort. A lot of work goes into it. Best of luck on the day, and hopefully all things go according to plan. Thanks very much for your time, Glen.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks very much to Glen Kotzen on the line, giving his thoughts all about Cousin Casey, and that's what we look for, going the extra mile and doing the extra bits and pieces. And as you heard, Ravi Naidoo, he's got 1 or 2 aces up the sleeve, and who knows what can happen with Cousin Casey on the race day.